I just pulled Zhejiang. Is he any good? How can I best use him? Let's find out. Hey guys, it's Rooster here with another Civ Allies and Era video. Let's get into it. Zhejiang is one of the easier heroes to pull and is available in Season 1. We'll quickly go over his stats and main skill before we dive into how best to use him. He has a basic attack range of 2 and has 71 base attack, 101 defense, 74 intelligence, 22 siege, and 22 AGI. Most notable is the high defense and low AGI. His main skill has a range of 4 and once leveled up reads: when taking damage, 40% chance to deal attack damage, damage rate 100%, one time to one enemy. Reduce the target's combat damage of their next hit of damage by 20% affected by death. What does all that mean? Basically just means that whenever Zhejiang takes damage, there's a 40% chance for him to deal some attack damage to a random enemy hero and reduce some of the damage that hero does on its next attack. How do we best make use of him? Since Zhejiang's main skill is triggered upon taking damage, we want to try and get Zhejiang to be taking damage as many times as possible. How do we achieve this? Well, firstly, we want to put Zhejiang in the Vanguard position, since Vanguards take the most hits on average, and a large percentage of basic attacks land on the Vanguard, which Zhejiang can take quite well since he has high defense stats. The other way Zhejiang can be taking more hits is via share damage. The two ways to achieve share damage for Zhejiang is through a skill called Fellowship, which is a purple active skill that causes some damage reduction, and for Zhejiang to share 20% of the damage his allies take for a turn, or from a modern era unit Zhejiang has available to use called Heavy SPG. This unit guarantees share damage for the first 3 turns, but unfortunately isn't available in Season 1. There are also some skills that increase the frequency in which Zhejiang takes basic attacks, such as Insult, Smooth Talker, and City Garrison. Where should I use him? Zhejiang is best in survival armies and gets a huge power spike when he has his first tier unique title and his modern era unit that I just spoke about. He can be played alongside support heroes like Caesar and Sun Tzu with a steady damage dealing captain like Lepidus. He can also be played in armies that are built around the skill City Garrison, since they can make good use of his main skill. If you do plan to play him in a City Garrison army, just take note that counter can only hit targets within basic attack range, and Zhejiang only has a basic attack range of 2. Is he part of a bond? Zhejiang is part of the White Robes bond, alongside Isunsun and Sunduk. The bond is decent for a Season 1 bond, but lacks the power to compete in the current Season 2 meta. I'll be putting out a video for each bond, so be sure to check those out, and I'll chuck the link to my White Robes bond video in the description below once it's uploaded. How should I assign his stats? Zhejiang is almost always spec'd to full defense. As for AGI, since his main skill is triggered upon taking damage, and he doesn't get given many skills that want an early trigger, there's simply no reason to assign any AGI points for PvP. The one scenario you may want to spec him to attack instead of defense is if you have some sort of early damage increase in the army, such as Expert in Attack or Overwhelm. These are generally not run in survival armies though, so I'd personally only do it if he's played alongside Cleopatra. She offers damage reduction, so is capable of being played in survival armies, but also offers some burst potential with her damage increase. Both Cleopatra's main skill and Zhejiang's modern age unit last for the first 3 turns, so they can pair up nicely together. Speccing Zhejiang to attack will mean he takes more damage from basic attacks and attack damage skills, and his damage reduction won't be as effective. So make sure you're getting enough burst damage from him if you choose to go this route. What skills should I give him? As we spoke about earlier, Zhejiang wants skills that increase the amount of times he takes damage. The best skill at doing this is City Garrison, which is a Season 2 skill. It forces all basic attacks to hit Sejong for the first 4 turns. Smooth Talker is an active skill that also causes opponent heroes' basic attacks to land on Sejong. Guardian Sword is a good skill to give Sejong if he has his Modern Age unit equipped, as it clears any debuffs that are landing on him. Just note that it will greatly lower his damage, so only choose Guardian Sword if you don't care about his damage output. Unsettle can be great if he's being run in a survival army. Total Blockade or Preemptive Action can also be run if your army is regularly losing to combo armies or armies that run lots of active skills. All 3 of these skills do lower the amount of time Sejong takes damage, so do be mindful of the payoff for running them. If you would like a bit more damage from Sejong, Chilling Armor is a great skill for high defense vanguards. If he's taking too much damage, you can give him Regroup or City of Miracles if your alliance has built the Venetian arsenal. Is he any good? In Season 1 he can be used as a solid vanguard if you don't have a stronger option, or as part of the White Robe bond. He can also be paired quite nicely with Sun Tzu once he is received from the Gift of Time. You'd ideally like that first unique title. In Season 2, he really needs his first unique title and Modern Era unit, Heavy SPG, to be playable. I'd highly suggest avoiding PvP in Season 2 with him until you've unlocked that Modern Age unit. Overall, I'd rate him mid. He's a solid vanguard for both PvE and PvP, but isn't quite as strong as the top few heroes. Sejong's retire skill is Chilling Armor. I'll be putting out a video for each gold skill, so be sure to check those out, and I'll chuck the link to my Chilling Armor video in the description below once it's uploaded. That's it for this spotlight. Be sure to like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments which hero you'd like me to do next.